So I mentioned near perfect record. What was the prediction that was wrong? And with hindsight, were there any indicators that you can look back on and think at the time maybe you missed?
I don't think I missed any, but the really controversial one is 2000, which is, of course, still a hotly contested election. People said I was wrong because I was predicting Gore. I went on Bill Maher, I think it was 2020, and the first question he asked me was, how did you F up 2000? He wasn't that polite. My answer was, I didn't, Florida did. Based on the intent of voters, Gore should have won Florida, going away, and won the presidency. And I proved this in my report to the United States Commission on Civil Rights, which is still on their website, which showed overwhelmingly those ballots that were tossed, 180,000, were overwhelmingly disproportionately cast by black voters who were 95% for Gore. And those discarded ballots, for the most part, were not these hanging chads or dimples, but were so-called overvotes. Black people didn't trust the system, as well they shouldn't. It was the Republican candidate's brother who was governor. So when they punched in Gore, to be certain, they wrote in Gore. And all of those votes were tossed out by Florida. If they had been counted as they should have been, Gore would have won going away. And this was further independently verified by a study by Professor Mebane of Cornell University that I had nothing to do with, entitled "The Wrong Man is President."
And through your career so far, what has been, and I know it's not, black and white to say easiest and hardest, but what has been the easiest or the simplest election to predict so far for you?
Hard to say. 2008, I predicted in 2006 because I saw things were going so terribly wrong in the second W. Bush term. And I was kind of notorious for saying the Democrats could win in 2008 by picking a candidate out of the phone book. And of course, that's what I kind of did. Who had ever heard of Barack Obama, before he burst onto the political scene?
So pushback aside then, with every election that comes around and you make your next prediction, do you feel any pressure around your predictions?
I'm 77 years old. I've been doing this for over 40 years. And every 4 years, I have butterflies in my stomach because I come out with a real prediction. I tell you who's going to win or lose. And so I could be proven wrong. And I'm, given the kind of hate that I've gotten this time, I'm sure there are a lot of people who would revel if I was proven wrong. Of course, I could be wrong. Human being, and the human being can be wrong. So yes, even at my advanced age, I still experience extreme nerves.